Shalom, it's your girl Jetty, Empress Jetty, the Rabble Rouser. Yah be glorified, Yah be magnified, Yah be praised. I hope you're doing just dandy out there in these perilous end time streets, y'all. Woo-wee! I hope y'all are fasting and praying. And you know what? I had been fasting and praying, and then for the last 2 days, I broke my fast. I was like binging. I was eating sweets and meat and everything, y'all. I was grubbing. And I think I'm back on it when the sun comes up. But anyway, I hope you guys are fasting and praying and things, because it's not a game what's going down right now, okay? So before we get started, if you haven't already, please go to the YouTube channel, Black Enlightainment, and listen to the playlist entitled The Culture. Those are original songs by me. I love your feedback. Sharing's caring. Yes, I will have professionals turn them into real songs. But in the meantime, you can get a sneak peek. So let's talk about accountability. Let's see if we can do this in under 5. What accountability is. In an accountability circumstance, the subject establishes a goal or a standard for themselves. The subject is the primary actor. Things that will be included in an accountability circumstance are reminders and action-based steps or consequences, right? And in an accountability circumstance, you must have respect. Both parties must have respect for one another, right? And typically in an accountability situation, there are rerouting mechanisms built into the situation, right? Meaning when you fall off, it's not absolute, right? Like there's a way that you can get back on. Sometimes it's costly, right? That helps you not to fall back off again, but there's like usually a way you can reroute your way back on. These are things that are not accountability, that where accountability can't exist and doesn't exist, and or we are calling it accountability and it's not, or whatever. This is the not accountability side. Okay. You cannot hold people accountable for standards or goals that are imposed upon them from outsiders. You cannot hold people accountable to that, okay? You can only hold people accountable to goals and standards that they set for themselves, right? You do not have an accountability situation where you hold a person responsible for actions or tasks that they either cannot perform or never agreed to perform. Going back with the other one, right? With the never agreed to perform, but something that they cannot do, right? Like they're incapable of doing that. So if a person is incapable of doing something, you trying to hold them accountable to doing it can't exist, right? Or them trying to hold you accountable to doing it. Like, let's say you, I don't know, you're not a good cook, and you know you're not a good cook, and so somebody forces you to cook for them, but then complains about the meal. That's not accountability, that's bullying, right? Now, if you claim to be a chef, and then you cook for somebody and they complain about the meal, that's accountability. You the one that said you was the chef. You served me this chicken and walked across the plate, left feathers, and took a poop on my napkin. This is that raw, and you talking about you the chef. That's accountability. But if I say I can't boil water without causing a problem, and you say, I don't believe you, and you make me go cook something, and then you be like, woo, that is bad. Now you can't be like, what is this crap you served me? Why would you even present something like this to me? You can't do that, because like, what did you want? I could have tried to boil you water. You wanted me to put rice in it. I'm sorry that it's like, problematic. See the difference, right? So, in an accountability setting, when someone is reminding you or harassing you or even making it difficult for you to enjoy your life otherwise, they are not nagging you, right? They are holding up their end of the accountability relationship, right? When someone is constantly reminding you or making it difficult for you to otherwise not do things that they want you to do that have nothing to do with the pre-agreed and self-imposed by you standards, that is nagging. That is nagging. Listen, ladies, if your husband, oh boy, this is tricky. We don't have time. We're already at 5 minutes. We'll do that one later. Okay? So the other little tidbit with this last little 30 seconds is you must have mutual respect for one another for accountability to exist. And then accountability mechanisms or relationships will have built into them rerouting mechanisms. There's always a way that you can get yourself back on track and move forward, because it's based on action. You assess the action, you plan, because there's an actual goal, right? And so, like, what's not accountability is when someone holds someone over the fire over something that is unresolvable. You can't get it back, right? You can't, or whatever. It's just an unresolvable thing, right? That if someone is constantly nagging about something that you literally cannot fix or undo or reroute, that's not accountability. That's actually a form of witchcraft, but we don't have time for that either. Okay? So, I hope that blessed somebody. It's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but what can you do? Hit me with your thoughts and what you think accountability is, or what you know accountability to be. I don't want to hear from people that haven't had real circles of accountability in your life. Tell me what you think accountability is. Those of you who have circles of accountability, speak up and teach the people here. Word. Peace.